Welcome back, or welcome if you're new. My name is Sarah, and today we are doing a cash planning video for the very first week of October. Today is actually Wednesday, October 1st. Happy spooky season, guys. I cannot believe we are here. Oh boy. Ivy didn't waste any time this morning. She is up here and ready to roll. I would love for you to hang out with us, but I need you to sit down. Yeah, but you just want pets, huh? My apologies. If there's a little break in there, I had to get a few snuggles in, except now I have cat hair all over me. So anyway, let's get right into this cash planning. I'm gonna pull up my sheets here that I have already, oops, maybe I did. I've already planned out how much we're stuffing in each envelope. However, now we have to go through and plan out the denominations for each one. So let's just get started. I'm gonna set this up here. Make sure you guys can still see everything. I forgot to put my glasses on, so this might be interesting for me anyway. And I also apologize because the lighting is absolutely terrible. It is currently 7:30 in the morning when I am trying to get this done before running off to work. So yay. Okay. Oh, you guys, let's change these out. I totally forgot. Sorry about the school bus going by. As usual, when I do this in the morning, school buses always go by. And then while we're at it, let's grab the October one for our other binder. Perfect. I'll set that over here and we'll be ready. Okay. So this week in eating out, oh, I need my calculator. Holy moly. 1 second. Let's make sure everybody can see. Okay. I think we're good. I'm going to take a drink of my lovely iced coffee here. And let's get started. I do have some money left over in eating out. It's in my wallet. I don't have a ton. Oh my gosh, you guys. She just jumped into this giant box behind me. All right, so eating out is gonna get $115, and we're gonna do a 50, 2 20s, a 10, a 5, and 5 ones. 100, 10, 15, no. 2 5s and 5 ones. Oh my gosh. Are you stuck? Oh. This is supposed to be a quick video, but I turn around and she's got this in her mouth. What a stinker. Okay. Anyway, next. Drinks is gonna get 75. I hear you. So 3 20s, a 10, and a 5. Entertainment, I also pre-wrote out all of these so that hopefully the tripod wouldn't shake so bad. I'm still on the hunt for the right one, so if y'all have any ideas, please let me know. So the reason I'm using the same one that I was using before that didn't shake, but the reason it started shaking is because I put a glass tabletop on top of my desk, A, to protect my desk, and B, to give me a little extra space because I did a couple inches on the side to clamp my tripod on. And because I did that, it doesn't have the extra support of the desk itself. So every time I touch this tabletop, it wiggles, and I don't know. I'll figure it out, but it's just frustrating. You guys, we're actually going to put some money into happy hour this week. We have decided that that needs to start being somewhat of a priority. Not really, like we're going to slowly add money to it and then be able to go out kind of like a date night after work. Gosh, I wish I could get my computer, my camera, and show you guys what she's doing. She's so crazy right now. Supplements is going to get 35. So 35, we're going to do a 20, a 10, and a 5. It does have $10 left in there. N and G, we're going to do 10. We're just going to do a $10 bill. And then I moved Betty and Ivy back into this binder because it just felt like this is where they needed to be. So this week we are stuffing 110. You'll notice too that the amount, the $14.70, is way more than I typically stuff. And that's because we went and decided our monthly budget. So usually we don't even look at the whole month ahead. We look at week by week by week. This time we looked at the entire month and decided how much we wanted to save in each category. Obviously these ones pretty much stay the same per month. And then I had to break it down and divide that between the weeks. And some weeks, like next week, our mortgage is coming out, so I can't do this much money. So I had to have other weeks pick up the slack, if that makes sense. So these some of the other ones are definitely getting more money than normal. And then next week, I don't think they're getting anything. So, you know, give and take. All right, so 50s, we're gonna do 2 50s and then a $10 bill. And I don't know, hopefully I subtracted that. Lawn care, we're gonna do $5. And then we'll just do a $5 bill. And then we're actually gonna put some money into each of our envelopes. Again, trying to make ourselves somewhat of a priority, but honestly, we don't spend a lot of money, like just willingly. So, you know what I mean? Like on ourselves. Like my husband's biggest thing is that he loves to drink his craft beers. So we budget for that already. It's just what we do. And me, well, I don't know. I don't really do anything. Let's go to our pink binder here. And flip to medical. And we are going to do $30 in medical this week. So let's do a 20 and a 10. Deductible, we're going to do 20. So let's just do a $20 bill. Prescriptions is going to get 35. So we'll do a 20, a 10, and a 5. The dentist, man, I definitely need to get this bulked up. We're putting 100 in here, but again, that's probably because next week, I don't remember what we did. We won't be putting any money in there, so. Vision, I'm actually going to start putting cash in here. I need to pay myself back for my daughter's contacts. The vet this week is going to get $10. So we're going to do this cat right here. Again, I moved it back into this envelope. Just much more convenient to be here. Car maintenance is also getting 10. So let's do a $10 bill. The city this week, we're gonna do 40. So let's do 2 20s. Pest control, we're gonna put $20 in there. So let's do a $20 bill. School is going to get some cash as well. We're gonna do $20. I'm gonna just do a $20 bill. Car registration, we are actually putting money. I have to start putting this in here. It comes out in February, so we do have a little bit of time, but I haven't been putting any money in there. So, and then Gretchen's surgery. Sorry, I changed it on my cash planning sheet, or my cash budgeting sheet over here, as the name of the hospital. So we are going to put 180 in here. So that is, normally it's $90 a week. So we're doing 2 weeks with this one. So we'll do 100, a 50, a 20, and a 10. And that is it in this binder for this week. Oh, there it is. That's the one that we have to change out. Still can't believe it's October 1st. That's just crazy. I should put my Halloween dashboards in. All right, next up is this beautiful brown binder. And we are gonna start with Advocare, and it is going to get $40. So let's do 2 20s. When I flip to beauty, you're gonna see that it's empty, but I just took it out. So I'm getting my hair done today. But we're gonna put $30 in there. Hopefully it doesn't take, I had 150, so I hope it's not that much today. Whew. Let's flip our page here. Next up is gifts, and we're gonna put $10 in gifts. So let's do a $10 bill. And then Gretchen's senior year, we're gonna do 15. So a 10 and a 5. Household, we're gonna put $10 in here. Vacation is also going to get, nope, that's gonna get 20. $20 bill. Subscriptions, we're gonna do 5. And then, oh shoot. I guess I don't know what to do. So, debt, we're gonna do 30. And I'm actually you guys are gonna see, I am gonna have a new binder coming out, and I'm gonna be doing savings challenges to save for debt to pay off our credit cards. So I wanted to do something fun. So yeah, we're gonna do, let's do a 10, 2 5s, and 10 1s for this one. Will it be enough to actually play a game? I don't know, but I'm starting small. We'll figure it out as we go along. Yeah, the other thing is, I don't think I have an envelope, an extra one. Wait. Use this homemade Gretchen senior year. I know, oh, it doesn't fit. Awesome. Okay, it fits in this one. So, I already have one for her senior year, but this is going to be for, I have forgot to make one, but she's going to Disney for January 2027, and no, yes, 2027. And this is where we're gonna start saving money for. I owe $150 by October 11th, so I'm gonna put 75 in this week, and then I'm gonna also put 75 in from my Etsy pay. So the other thing is, her and I were talking, and I don't know if you guys would be interested in something like this, but she's a phenomenal artist, and one of her pieces that she did was like this digital art piece, and I think I can print it off, but I was considering making it into a dashboard. It is absolutely gorgeous. I would offer it in 3 different sizes, so A5, A6, and A7. And then any proceeds from any of her designs, I would give back to her to put towards her Disney trip. I don't have the image to show you what it would look like. I'm waiting for her to send me the file, but if that's something that you're interested in to help us out, I would greatly appreciate it. She is so excited for this trip. It's going to be for, you know, her senior year. It's going to be something she'll never forget. It's for her orchestra. So band and orchestra take a trip every 4 years. And my daughter, oldest daughter, was in the band, and she was in the drum line, and they went through her junior year to Disney and had a blast. And so my youngest is looking forward to it. She can't wait, and is so excited that they're going back to Disney. So yeah, let me know if that would be something that you're interested in. We're going to try and do a few fundraisers through the year to raise that money. It's about $2,000 total for the trip, which in the grand scheme of things actually isn't that bad. So yeah, anyway, let's keep going because I only have about 5 minutes and I have been a chatty Kathy today. All right, so we're going to go to Christmas. And in Christmas, we are going to do $50 into my husband, Matt. So let's do a $50 bill. And that's it for this one. I will be taking money out of there as well because I am going to be purchasing 2 wreaths. One from the cat rescue called Cannonsville Critters, which is where we bought both Betty and Ivy from. They are having a wreath sale to raise money for their rescue. And then the other one is from a 8th grader who they go on an 8th grade trip every year, and they sell wreaths to help support their trip. So anyway, we're going to do 2 Christmas wreaths, so I'll be taking money out of that. And I need to turn over my little binder over here. Okay, next up is anniversary, and we're doing 40 to 20s. So our anniversary is coming up in a week and a half. It's on October 11th, and I think that day we are just going to go out to dinner. We talked about getting a hotel for the night, but I was looking and I'm like, I don't want to spend that much money when we're going to go on a trip 2 weeks later. So I would rather spend the money on the trip than have a hotel that night. So anyway, we're finishing up this savings challenge from Sab Saves, which it's going to be $22 for Halloween. Sorry. So let's do a 20 and 2 ones. And then we're also going to start Thanksgiving up again, and we're going to put $5 in there. So let's do a $5 bill. Right. And we are going to start October. Yay! So we're going to put $60 into this one. So let's do a 50 and a 10. And then we're moving into our savings challenges and emergency fund, and we're going to do 52 petals. We are actually doing 2 of them this week. We're doing 44 and 40, and that is going to equal $84. So 84. Let's do a 50, a 20, 4 ones, and then oh, I have these backwards. So emergency vet, last week we scratched off 10, so we're going to put 10 in here. And then the September Savings Challenge, I need to put 31 in here to finish it out. Yancy finished rolling yesterday, so 20, a 10, and a 1. Oops, I forgot to subtract 10, and then 31. And then home maintenance, we are going to add $8. Let's do a 5 and 3 ones. And then Freebie Friday, we're going to do $30. So let's do 15 and 15. So $15 in 5s and 15 in 1s. And then Merry Creepmas, we're doing, that's our last 20. Perfect. So I didn't miss anything. And let's do 2 5s. And so 5, 10, and 10 ones. Okay, perfect. Yay, I love it when it works out like that. So as far as Merry Creepmas goes, I am only going to be doing, I think, this week and maybe one more, and then I'm going to wrap that one up and then distribute that Christmas savings into our envelopes over here and see how we did. So that, my friends, is the end of my video. I'm going to go through, tally up all the denominations that I need. I'll fill out my teller slip, go get the cash on Friday, come back here, film the video, and yeah, have a great weekend after that. So everybody enjoy your hump day. Happy Wednesday. I hope your week has gone good so far and continues to be a good week. Thank you so much again for everybody's support. You guys, it does not go unnoticed. I appreciate all the comments. I try to answer back to them. It may not be that day, but I'll sit down and then go through all of them at once. So it's probably like 1 to 2 days later. Sometimes it's the very day you post, but I'm really trying, you guys. I'm also trying to balance work, life, and YouTube and Etsy, and it's a struggle right now. I feel like I'm spending a lot of time away from my family, so I'm trying to designate certain times so my shipping times may not be as fast on Etsy anymore. I was super proud of the fact that I would get items shipped out like almost the same day, but I realized that is just not doable because I would finish doing a batch of orders and then get stressed because then more would come in, which is a blessing, but then I would feel like I would need to hurry up and ship those out as well. So I was constantly up in my home office working. So I'm gonna give myself some grace and only designate certain days to work in the office. And yeah, so they might be stretched out to the 7 to 10 days that they actually say that they are, instead of getting it within, 3 days. So anyway, I appreciate you guys so much. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when I post, and I will see you on my next video. Bye-bye.